morning traders, welcome to this week's Asian session open brought to you by Trade Zone through Eightcap. So I'm Joseph and I hope you had a fantastic weekend. And starting out this morning, we can see things are a little bit mixed early in the Asian session to the dollar. We're seeing the Aussie trading slightly higher, the Euro and the Pound are lower. The dollar CAD is currently trading slightly higher, and we are seeing all risk majors trading lower to the yen. Dollars trading lower to the yen as well. We're seeing the Kiwi to the USD trading slightly higher at this stage as well in the morning. So on Friday we saw US indexes finish the week lower. It wasn't all bad news for stock indexes. So we did see the Hong Kong 50 have a very firm session. We can see it in front of us here. Finished nearly 2.5% higher. It broke above these resistance levels and continues to put forward a lot of higher lows. So I think just to see how Asian stocks do come online today, and if we will continue to see further gains. Now, other indexes like the ASX, they also finished lower, and US indexes, as mentioned, finished lower as well. So did see a couple of interesting things to keep an eye on US indexes this week. So So after last week's CPI data and PPI data, we did see what looks like potential lower highs. Now this pattern here can be a bit interesting. So we've got key resistance for the Dow 38,834, and we've seen a lower high now start to come into play. So if it does consolidate a break of this fast trend, which it is doing, that could start to be small worrying signs. That could be a short-term change in trend in motion, but we need to see a bit more selling first before we can really clarify that one. But there are some signs there, and we can also see that similar pattern here on the NDX 100. And the S&P 500 is looking a little bit healthier, as it actually did it made a new closing high, but we didn't see a new actual high beating that previous high in the last week's session. So, but we can see that it does look a little bit stronger than the other two. So we'll continue to keep an eye on them just to see if more selling does eventuate, and if we do see more pressure on the short-term trend. Another key one to have a look at this week, and this from today, is going to be metals and oil. So we can see that oil had a firm session to end last week, and we'll just update it. We can see a nice new move here. Finally, buyers, made a new test above that key resistance level here. But at the moment, we are seeing a hold of that level now by sellers, and we'll look to see today if we can see finally a break of that level, and then just getting this continuation going finally. So that's really what we want to see from oil this week, is a real break above this resistance here at 78.78, and then we'll finally, can we see a continuation get underway. Now, on Friday, we saw some pretty nice moves from metals. It was really across the board, really, apart from palladium, which did finish slightly lower, but we saw gold finish higher. Now, this is on the back of the dollar, which had a slight pullback, and we can say it was a flat session, but it did finish off sessions lows, pulling back from that point, but it did give up a lot of momentum during the session, just to end just a bit lower there. So gold finished higher, adding close to 0.5%. Silver was a real interesting case for the session. It added well over 2.15%. So just having a look at those three sessions there, now you can see a really nice run there from silver, and it's added over close to 6% in 3 sessions. So silver is definitely one to keep an eye on this week and moving forward. You can see a hold of that range support at the low, and we can see a break of a fast trend here, and a really nice strong key bar there. So are we seeing something starting in silver? We'll continue to see this week if buying momentum can continue. Overall, it's still in a pretty average looking range pattern, but very good signs off the bottom here. We did see last time we had some key candle like that. We did see some nice moves up. We can see a few examples there. We had a couple of fails as well there. So we'll look to see if we can at least get back up to try and maybe test this level here at 24.24, or even up to 24.92. That would be a big move to get up to 25.63, but let's see what happens, and if we do see buy momentum continue. Sorry about the noise, it's just always itchy as soon as the video starts. No idea on why that occurs, but it just is the case. So another one here to keep an eye on during the week is nickel. So nickel, we're going to do probably a report on it later. It's got a nice pattern here. It continues to trade in that pattern, but what it really needs now is the breakout, either lower or higher. And just zooming out on that, you can see that pattern there. And just putting some trend lines in, sorry. So we can see this there. It's the wrong one. Another one here. So we can see this very nice ending diagonal here. So what we want to see is if price can continue to trade in that pattern. Even if we do see a new move down, then we want to see if there's a breakout higher or if we do have a breakout lower. So definitely keep an eye on this pattern to see what happens next with that. It's been really building in there for a fair period of time now. So hopefully we have seen a bit of charge in there. It's not a straight base as well, so it has got a bit of an angle to it. So it could be setting up as a potential reversal pattern, but we really do need that breakout first to signal that. There continues to be a lot of, fundamentally a lot of negative news about nickel, especially Indonesia and how it's dumping a lot of nickel on the market. Also, nickel wasn't highly valued as first thought for a lot of battery production for lithium batteries. So there is a few things holding it down, but price-wise, we just need to see what happens next with it and if we do see a breakout. So it's one to keep an eye on, but definitely not any action to take right now, but one to keep a bit of a watch on at the moment. So other than nickel, we can see zinc as well, had a higher session, and we'll just update it. So a higher session is 2 higher sessions in a row now, and it is bouncing off this level, down here, which is at that 2285 area. So continue this to watch if that can form a bit more of a run, and we'll see if we get a nice higher low pattern and then a new move up, just to signal that this is starting to turn into something a little bit more than a counter trend. It could be more of a short-term trend. So there's something that I want to watch there as well. And so we head towards the open. We do think that we're going to see a bit more, maybe more selling on the ASX this morning. So this is the key resistance we're watching on the ASX at this stage. It's 77.02, and we can see prices down at 76.72. We'd like to see if it does continue to fall, if we will see some support sort of set up around this area here at 76.20 or down at 76.02. So there's a few markets to keep an eye on. In terms of currency wise, we can see a little bit more movement at this stage. Crypto is also trading a little bit higher. An interesting weekend over last weekend. So Bitcoin is high this morning, is trading close to it's trading 0.62% higher at this stage. It's got a little bit of resistance to test up at 52.317, and Ethereum is leading quite nicely at the moment, 1.24% higher, and it has cleared last week's highs, and it is setting setting a new pace for the start of this week. So we can see a nice recovery there yesterday, Sunday session, and a break of the high. So a bit going on at this moment, and Ripple as well is trading higher. I'll just have a bit of a look at it. Nice higher low there. Definitely one to watch. We're just going to see if it can break this resistance at 0.56. There's a few coins this morning. I'm putting in nice higher low continuation patterns, but just need to confirm with the break of the previous high. So ones to watch there as well on crypto as well this morning. So we'll be back later with our economic outlook video, but there's a few markets kicking about this morning and definitely a fair bit to watch. As listed, definitely keep your eye on metals, oil, stock indices, and some of the crypto coins this morning like Solana, Ava, Ripple is XRP, which we're looking at the moment. And yeah, so there's plenty to keep us pretty occupied during this week. So we'll be back later with economic outlook and then a market update later in the day. Wish you all the best for your trading today. Thank you very much for your time, and bye for now.